all set up. It's starting to rain a little bit, or actually starting to snow, and I got a little bit of accumulation here on the, you know, it's kind of more slushy ice right now. Got a beer going, warming this up for some pizza, because I've got some really good pizza that I picked up at Whole Foods. This is actually a vegan pizza, but it's insanely good. It's an artichoke pizza with bell peppers on it, and then it's also got like some red chili peppers, and then also some jalapenos. So really good stuff, and I'm stoked that this is already snowing this much out here. Here's my site. Here's where I'm set up. Looks like there's been quite a bit of snow accumulation up here, and apparently this is like when it goes on there around the corner, it turns into a cross-country skiing trail. So we're gonna get inside here and get our dinner going, kind of hang out and see how much snow we get. We're supposed to get up to 2 to 4 tonight, so we'll see how much we get here. Elevation's currently about 7,800 feet.
Definitely a little chilly in here this morning. It snowed a bunch last night. We haven't gone outside yet, but if you look at the windows, pretty much covered. And then, oh hey sweetie, what you doing? You getting up? We'll see, Sierra's getting up here. She's been sleeping a bunch this morning. You always sleeping a little bit more than me, sweetie. So anyway, we're gonna get out here. She's probably gotta go to the bathroom, and I want to check out the snow and see how much there is outside. It's been melting a little bit on the windows now that I've been up, and we got a little bit of body heat going in here, but it was all caked on this morning, and I got up pretty early. I don't know, like 6 o'clock, I guess, maybe 5:30. So, but sun's up now. Well, I mean, it's daytime and the sun's not up. It's actually cloud cover, but we'll see how the trees are covered out here, because it looks like it's got some pretty good coverage. Whoa, whoa, that's way more than I thought there'd be. Wow. Okay, 1 second here. Our tarp fell down. All right, Bunky, come here. Actually, the tarp didn't fall down. This is really weighted down a lot. Wow, there's a lot of snow. Look at that. That's awesome. Oh man, did not expect to have that much last night. That's great. What do you think, babe? Lots of snow in here. Got like a cool little ravine up in there. And there's the old truck camping next to those giants. Hey, come here, Sia. Let's get you some breakfast, girl. Come here. Let's get you some treats. Come here. Come here. Gosh, look at all the snow. All right, girls, come up over here. Come on. Let's go this way.
And again, it sounds crazy, but back it's like, wow, everything. They came back to San Francisco, and they went to a little hipster coffee shop, and you know, look at this. So it's like, to watch this all happen on the news, with other languages and other parts of the world, so to me it's very novel. They are committed to remaining free. Young gal, you know, university student, studying computer science, like a college student, right? Has underestimated Crimea. They would sort of roll in, and everybody would sort of, that seems to be the case, that it was supposed to be a decapitation exercise in which, you know, Kyiv isn't that far from the border. I mean, it's
What are you thinking, sweetie? We're just gonna be relaxing in here. Just keep snowing. So it's just keeps snowing, and here it is about noon. We've been sitting inside the truck topper now for a long time. Let's see if you can see it kind of snowing a little bit. But we've been sitting inside that truck topper now for
for literally like 4 hours, and so it's been kind of boring. And I want to get out and run around a little bit, but I kind of want to wait for the storm to pass. It's supposed to pass by 2 o'clock, so it's noon right now. So I think I'm not the only one that wants to get out. And little Sierra, I think, wants to get out too and go do something. So we're gonna go run around outside and see how the conditions get. You know, it's gonna stop here soon though, because you can look up and you can see how the clouds are like starting to kind of break up a little bit. So we should be in good shape shortly, but I just don't want to get it too messy in here, because like the thing is, when Sierra gets out and gets all in the snow and everything, she gets all wet, and then it's kind of a pain getting her back in here, because then everything gets wet in here and then it just stays wet. But with the condensation that we have though, it doesn't really matter. So I guess everything's kind of wet anyway. But we're gonna get outside here and see what the conditions are like. Check this out. Look at all the cookware. It's just covered with tons of snow. Not gonna be cooking on that stove. And then we got some good icicles coming. That's awesome. I love icicles. That's cool when you're winter camping. And we've got complete coverage. I mean, it's like complete winter wonderland around here. Look at this. It's awesome. I wasn't quite expecting this. I thought maybe I'd get like, I don't know, the storms have been kind of lame this winter. There hasn't been hardly any, as far as like over in kind of the Four Corners area and all that stuff. And so I thought when they said like 2 to 4 inches last night and 2 to 4 inches today, I didn't think it'd be on the high end of that. I thought it'd be on the low end of it. And so it's pretty cool that we're actually getting some good snow around here. So it's supposed to keep going like this until 5 p.m. now. We were saying earlier like 2 p.m., but now it's saying 5. What's up, girl? What you doing, Sierra? Sierra's over there running around. Here she comes. Oh, what you got, girl? You inhale some of that snow? So anyway, it's supposed to snow till like 5. And they're saying now possibility of 4 to 8 at this location today. Which I believe it. I mean, it's been snowing like crazy today. So a lot more accumulation now than there was this morning when we got up. Starting to thaw out a little bit. Sun's come out, wind's starting to pick up, and the snow has stopped. So we're gonna get a lot of snow coming off these huge trees, and a lot of it's falling on my truck. I was in there kind of grabbing a few things, and it really was like making a bunch of noise banging up against the topper. But sure is nice out here though. I mean, look at how pretty these trees are. They're huge, especially compared to my truck, just to see how big they are. And then back up over here, what I want to do is I'm charging up the camera right now to command the drone and go way back up in this valley, back up in here, because there's like big old aspen trees back in here and stuff like that. So these ponderosa pines are massive. Super cool to camp next to them with all the snow on it. Gorgeous. I love these tall pines. These ponderosas are just incredible. And there's some areas in Colorado that have them, but not like this. I mean, these are something else around here. They're just huge. There's giants. Ooh. So it's got pretty deep. Gosh, it's about up to my mid shin, well, more than that, almost my knee now. That's wild. Whew. That's a little cold. Let's go back, girl. We're not equipped for this. Let's go this way, Pony. Come here. We're gonna get really cold, and you're gonna get ice all over you. Let's go this way. Oh, look over here. Oh, look at you go. You're just running. What you got, sweetie? Come here, let me see you. Come here. Do you want to go back into the truck? I can run the heater. It kind of packed down the snow around here, so I've got a place to walk around. That way my feet, my shoes don't get totally wet like they are right now. Just gonna try to dry these things out. I'm gonna check on Sierra real quick. What you doing, little sweetie? What you got, sweet girl? No, you just resting. Yeah, you're still a little wet from walking around out there. Yeah. What do you think, sweetie? Huh? All right. It has been storming all day, and it just now stopped snowing. But the good thing is that the snow was a little bit of like a wet snow, and so it compacted everything down. The weight brought all the snow from like maybe like an 8 to 10 inch depth down to like 6 inches. So it's going to be easier to drive out tomorrow. So it's supposed to freeze tonight, and I think what I'm going to do is go just drive out early in the morning once everything's frozen. That way I know the ground's nice and soft, or nice and hard. What I'm going to do tonight though is I'm going to do French toast here in the topper, and so we've got everything ready to go. I just need to start mixing up the eggs and the goat's milk and slice up the bread, and then we'll be jamming. So let's get going with this.
All right, it was pretty cold last night, but we stayed warm under the covers here, and Sierra's still sleeping. What's up, baby girl? What you got there, sweets? She's like, I'm out. She's like, don't talk to me. But condensation is definitely in full effect today, and that's one thing about winter camping. It's kind of hard to get away from that. Unless you have like a dry heat source, it's just you get condensation. And with the raining as much, or snowing as much as it did yesterday, and all the condensation from that, it's bound to happen. You can see over here where it's kind of not has any condensation. That was just from the stove over there. I just made some coffee. So, but we're gonna get up and get jamming. Gonna go visit some friends of mine that live on Oak Creek, just north of Sedona and Oak Creek Canyon. They got this killer house they've been redoing for the last 20 years. So I'm gonna go check that out and fly fish on their properties. So we're gonna pack up, even though it's cold. We want to get out of here before the sun hits, and it's starting to peek through the clouds. It's about 7 o'clock. Or about 7:30, and so gonna get all packed up really fast and get out of here, and then go into Flagstaff and get some breakfast. You just a little stinker. You got about the cutest face ever. Alright, you being outside. You're up and at him. Good morning. There you go, sweetie. Alright, sun's coming through. We gotta get out of here. All packed up and ready to go. We're heading into Flagstaff right now. We're gonna grab some breakfast, and then we're gonna head down to Oak Creek Canyon and go hang out with my friends from Illinois. They got a really cool house down there. They've been, like I said earlier, they've been redoing it for like 20 years. So I'm really excited to check it out because they're just about done with it. So, and they're right on Oak Creek Canyon, or right on the river there on Oak Creek. And so we're gonna fly fish today, and I want to teach Mark. It's Mark and Carrie who I'm gonna go visit. I wanna see if Mark wants to learn how to fly fish with the Tenkara rod. So hopefully we'll get some good fish. It's just after a storm, so who knows how the water conditions are going to be. But Oak Creek Canyon is all spring derived as far as like, you know, how the water gets in there, and so hopefully it won't be impacted too much, and there won't be too much runoff to make the water murky, but we'll see. So let's hope we can get out of here. I think we'll be fine. The snow's really kind of compacted down with the weight of it yesterday, with the heavy wet snow getting on top of it, so I think we should be okay. Got my max tracks in case if we get stuck, and we can bust those out, but I think we'll be all right. So let's get after it.